thank you for this day. Lord, it's another day that the Lord has made. And Lord, and I just thank you. Lord, I thank you, Lord God, for what brothers and sisters going to be doing today to show that they love one another. Lord, we thank you, Lord God. Lord, because love is the whole thing. We are only the pieces. And Lord, show us how to fit within that puzzle. In the name of Jesus, we pray. Amen. This is William the Encourager saying, Happy Valentine's Day. Make sure you show love in every way. Make sure that your love is here to stay, that it's not just something that you can say, hey, see you and don't want to be you, but say, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be here until it's over. Praise God. Listen, today is the day that we share love with one another. Today is the day that we show a part of ourselves that we might not show every day. But please know this day is not about giving gifts. This day is about giving of yourself, giving the whole thing, the whole heart. You know, God said, when you seek him with your whole heart, you will find him. When you give your whole heart to your loved one or to your spouse, I can only talk about it from a husband aspect. I can only talk to you about how I love my wife. I can only talk to you how she makes me feel as a man, how she makes me feel as a husband, how I love her, and how she loves me. This is how God meant it to be. God meant us to love each other and to build up one another and to help one another, not to be afraid, not to beat each other, not to say bad things about each other, but to bridle our tongue. This is the day that the Lord has made, that we can show affections, but let's not just restrict it to just Valentine's Day or a special occasion. Let every day be a special occasion, because to be frank, my brothers and sisters, it is. Every day is a special occasion. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. All we have is today, and today is the present. Let's live in the present. You and I, you and that woman that you have, you and that man, you and that loved one, you, your parents. Show your parents that you love them, because after all, if it wasn't for them, you would not be here. Show your mother and father that you love them. Let them know how grateful you are. Yes, they're not always going to be here, so you might as well just begin to love them and to treat them with respect, because you know what? There's a promise that God gives us for long life and length of days when you honor your parents. So go and buy them a card. Just say, Dad, I love you. Mom, I love you. Grandmother, grandfather, I love you. Let's show love on this day, because showing love, it's not about buying presents. What it's all about is showing how much you care. That's how much and how we need to love today on this Valentine's Day. Because even if you don't buy me a gift and you kiss me and let me know you love me, that is all it takes to show the love of Christ. God bless you.
Where can you buy a brand new Nissan with a lifetime warranty? Kingston Pike. Hey, folks, Gerald Anderson with Ted Russell Nissan. You heard it right. Every new Ted Russell Nissan comes with a lifetime warranty, and that's a long, long time. Ted Russell Nissan on Kingston Pike.
Good morning and welcome to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Ask Your Neighbor can also be heard and seen on our website, WYSHradio.com. And if you are in Anderson, Roane, or Morgan County and have Comcast cable, you can watch Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV Channel 12. Ask Your Neighbor is the program where you call in and do just that. Ask Your Neighbor. Do you have a comment? Do you have a problem? Or do you have a question? Then call in and ask your neighbor. 866 865-457-1380 or toll free at 877-711-4005. And for those of you that might be listening or watching on the internet, you can email from our website, WYSHradio.com. Just click on the Contact Us button and email your questions. Now sit back and listen as listeners throughout East Tennessee and the entire world answer your questions on Ask Your Neighbor on BBB TV 12 and AM 1380 WYSH.
Resetting your password, unsubscribing from emails, printing, anything. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your business doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to the important things, like learning how the printer works. That's simple human sense. Contact Fox Insurance Group at 865-482-0513 or find us online at GRAYFOXINS.com today.
All right, guys. I'll open the phone lines up, let you call in, whatever it is you'd like to do. I assume maybe you're out there and you'd like to wish someone happy Valentine's Day. We'll do that right here on the radio, Country Lovin'. And if we don't have anybody that wants to do that, we'll move along. But as it is right now, my phone lines are open and available. Ask Your Neighbor is on the air, and I'll be back in 3 minutes to take your calls. How about that?
Hey guys, you know what's coming up? Valentine's Day. It'll be here before you know it. Have you got that perfect gift for that love of your life? If not, make a trip to Shylock's Pawn. They've got a wide selection of beautiful jewelry, including amethyst, sapphires, diamonds, and more, all at great prices. And if you're looking for a firearm, Shylock's has a great selection of guns. And as always, if you're short on cash, Shylock's has cash for you. Shylock's Pawn, 1204 Clinch Avenue in South Clinton, 865-457-2960.
Here's Darla, co-owner of H&H Body Shop, on what she likes about her job.
Well, you get to help people, and get to help people through a rough time in their life, because everybody don't have a wreck every day. And when they do, they're a lot of times distraught, don't know where to go, don't know what to do. So just helping them get into the process and get through the process.
The days of going from body shop to get estimates are gone. You guys can handle everything for your customers, right?
Yeah, we'll get the car towed here. If it's not non-drivable, then we have their rental car scheduled for when they get here. We try to fix your car like it was our own.
H&H Body Shop, North Main Street in Clinton. Call 865-457-9734. 865-457-9734. H&H Body Shop. There since 1960. There when you need them. All right, let's see here. Somebody's on the phone. I don't want to make you wait long. Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH. Hi.
Hey, Rod.
Hey, what?
What happened to our man, buddy? He's making it rough on us.
Well, what are you talking about? I have no idea who or what you're talking about.
The president, he's making it awful hard on us working people.
What are you talking about? What's happened to you?
Everything's going up high, and he's not doing nothing about it.
What went up? I mean...
Groceries, gas...
You know he's only been the president for less than 3 weeks. It's going to take a little while to unwind the 4 years of mess that Joe Biden made. But gases went down.
And Elon Musk, he ain't got no business being in there, I tell you.
Well, the president can hire whoever he wants to hire, just like I can. So he hired Elon Musk.
I know it, but he ain't got no business being in there. He don't know nothing about none of that.
Who told you that?
Just about everybody I've talked to, he said he's going to mess Social Security up.
Oh, he's not even looking at Social Security. I don't know what you were watching or who you're listening to, but they're incorrect. Elon Musk is a genius, for one. And when you look at the businesses that he's built and how he's had to manage his wealth, I don't know that there are too many people. In fact, he's the richest man on earth. He has more experience dealing with money, dealing with overages, and dealing with business than anybody else on earth. So how could he not be qualified to cut out all the waste? Do you know that we sent
$50 million to Palestine to buy condoms. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Elon Musk found that, and the president, Donald Trump, stopped that. I could go on. Are you not looking at all the waste and stuff that he's finding? He's found billions with a B, billions of dollars of fraud and waste.
Yeah, it just seems like they're not doing nothing for us.
What do you mean? I don't understand. What do you want them to do? And tell me how they can do it.
I'd like them to make it easier on us.
Well, how?
Well,
how about by cutting out $50 million to buy condoms and keeping that, instead of charging us taxes and us sending it over there? That's a good start.
One thing, the government don't have no money, they said. They said they don't have no money. They use our money.
Yeah, they not only use our money, they borrow against our money. That's why we're so far in debt.
And that's the same thing as people telling you what you can do with your money and what you can't.
Well, what do you mean? The government?
Yeah, and they can also tell you what if you can go to the doctor or if you can't go to the doctor.
Who tells you that? You can go to the doctor.
Not everybody I talk to.
You mean who do you have to call before you're allowed to go to the doctor? You can't just pick the phone up and go to the doctor right now?
Well, look how high they've got it.
How high is it?
It's pretty high, and the insurance is not paying that. I know they don't have nothing to do with the insurance, but...
Again, you're living in a different world than I am, because you could walk out today and go to the doctor, and there ain't nobody, and as long as the doctor's got an opening and an appointment, you can go in anywhere you want to go in this country. Now, if you're talking about getting the government to pay for it for you, I'm sure that they put restrictions on where you can and can't go if they're going to pay for it. I'm sure insurance...
I think people that can't afford to go to the doctor should be able to go.
Well, that's why they had Obamacare, to give out free health care to people, so they can. It's all on the government marketplace to get insurance. If you can't, depending on your economic situation, you can get credits against what your insurance costs up to all of it being covered.
Well, I know that for a while our wages was going up and it was making it easier to live, but...
It's not, nothing has went up and been positive in 5 years. Since COVID hit and Biden wrecked the country, nothing has went positive. I mean...
Oh, no, eggs is $8 a dozen.
No, they're not. I bought them yesterday. They are not $8. Who told you that?
That's what it cost me at...
You paid $8 for a dozen eggs.
Yes, sir.
At Food City yesterday, they were, hang on a second, because we got them yesterday, and Tracy sent me a picture of it. That's how I know how much they are. Hang on, I'll tell you exactly what I paid for them. Exactly.
Food City got them for $5.
$5.46. So why would you go pay $8 when Food City's got them for $5?
Well, I didn't know that until I done bought those.
Okay. All right. Well, they're not $8 a dozen. Or if they are. Okay. The way I see it right now, the reason that the people that are screaming about all this waste that they're cutting.
Well, yeah, all these tariff things he's doing, that ain't got to us yet. That's going to cost us a lot more money.
So you think it's fair that anything we sell to India, they put a 25% tariff on, but you don't think we should do the same to them?
Well, we don't have to sell it to them.
Well, no, but I mean, if they want to buy a Ford car, they order it, and what cost me and you $30,000, they put a 25% tariff on it just to send it over there, so that adds another $6,500 to it, making it. Because the reason countries do that is they want people to buy the stuff made in their own country.
Yeah, I know that.
So why shouldn't we do the same? That the president is doing what he's called reciprocal tariffs. That means if India puts a 25% tariff on us, we put it on them. No more, no less.
they're going to make a difference up somewhere, and it's going to be from us.
No, they'll either move their countries here or they won't do business with the largest economy in the history of the world, which is us. They can't survive without us. We can survive without them. Big, big difference.
I heard once that the only reason we traded with some of those countries over there because we wouldn't have the spices that we got because they ship them here.
Well, whether it's spices or, in the Ukraine, they're huge on wheat. We buy wheat from them. We buy and sell to probably every country in this world. But up until this time, a lot of those countries put tariffs on American goods coming into their country because they want their economy, they need to keep their economy strong, so they want their citizens to buy their stuff made in their country because it makes their country stronger as opposed to taking money from their country and sending it to our country. Makes sense. It's a deterrent to keep businesses, from leaving the country. They want them right there. The same thing President's doing here. A lot of these companies left the United States and went to China because of the lax rules in the air pollution, because of a lot of the different corporate rules that they offered, and they wanted to open to the Chinese market. So Trump wants them to come back here and do their business here.
Why do we have to borrow so much money? Looks like we could just print our own money.
Well, printing it, borrowing it, it pretty much is the same. It does the same thing. No, it doesn't. Printing it diminishes the value of it. Borrowing it is just...
We're the only country that can print our own money, aren't we?
No, everybody. The European Union, the EU has their own currency that they have to print and produce. I don't know exactly what the process is about how they print and produce more money. We're borrowing money because we're wasting millions and billions of dollars on stuff we don't need.
Yeah, I know that. That's a lot.
Well, that's what Elon Musk is doing. What do you think he's doing? All he's doing is uncovering the fraud, showing where it's being spent, and then the president's cutting it off. I don't understand what's wrong with that. I don't understand.
Are they going to start using that money to help the American people?
Well, if they're not wasting it, then you won't have to be taxed as much. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand that, Ron.
Yeah, if they find $1 trillion in waste, our debt right now is $35 trillion. That's how much. Yeah. That's how much we're under. But if they found $1 trillion in waste today, it'd still take 30. Just with that waste money, it'd take 35 years to pay the debt down.
Well, it looks to me like they could just print up enough money to pay all that off and start our country all over again.
Well, you got to have something to back up the value of that. Just printing money, it runs inflation up and the value of the dollar down. So it's smarter people than me have to figure that out. But I know that the more that you print, the more you devalue the currency, and the more you.
I know we owe China a lot. What would happen if they were to demand their money right now?
We'd be speaking Chinese.
That's what I think. I think we would.
Well, and I think it's going to take the type of leadership that we have going on right now, dealing with them straight up, straight on. That's going to, it's going to protect us from that and getting them paid off. Our debt, they are who we owe the debt to. I don't know why people are so upset about paying off our debt to the Chinese.
It ain't about paying it off, which is why do we have to borrow so much to start with?
Because we spend more than we produce. We waste billions upon billions and billions and trillions of dollars that we waste. But even the stuff that we don't waste.
The government does. We don't.
Well, that's who's borrowing the money, the government. Me and I don't owe. I do because I'm an American citizen, but I haven't borrowed personally that kind of money. They're borrowing it to keep these programs going.
Yeah.
So I
I like what he's doing with the war over there. He's about to get rid of it, but you can't just keep letting everybody start war.
I agree. I don't think you'll see any war start under this president's watch.
No, I don't believe they will, because it seems like they're afraid of him.
Well, because he tells them what he's going to do, and he does it. He doesn't pussyfoot around. I mean, he does it. He just, you know.
Hey, Russia was talking about using nuclear bomb. Now they're wanting to have a peace talk.
Yep. And the only thing that's changed in that scenario is the president of the United States. That's the only thing that's changed. Right. But I think here's what's going to happen. With the changes that they're making now and the last 4 years, the economy and the things that were done to the economy, I mean, it's going to take, it'll probably, I mean, if they get things turned back to where he had them when he left office the last time, get gas back down, yeah, it'll probably take him, I mean, what did it take him about a year last time when he came in to get it all going?
But I look at it like this, I don't know, when the people get everything up where they want the price, it don't do no good to take it back down because they done got it up where they want it.
It's not about the people who are selling it. It's about me and you who are buying it.
Yeah.
It's what we want. We're the consumer. The customer is always right. So we are who they have to please. We are who it has to be affordable for. You know, if it's...
I know people quit buying it, they would come down.
Well, people would quit buying stuff if the prices came down? Is that what you just said?
No, the gas. We done that once there for a long time. We didn't use much gas. They brought it down.
Well, that's the law of supply and demand. That would happen. But I once we start, you know, we quit producing our own gas and drilling our own oil in this country when President Biden came in and stopped all of it. Trump is turning all that back on. Oil and gas mean energy.
I keep saying we got enough to just for ourselves. We don't need to buy nothing from nobody else.
Well, and right now we've been buying it from everybody because we haven't been producing it, so we don't need it. That will save a bunch of money.
Oh, yeah.
If you're listening, I'm going to go, this list is too long on the phone, but I'm going to go through this list of all the money that they've found, the waste that they found just in this last 3 weeks, okay?
Okay, I'll let you do that, Ron, and I'll listen to you, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for listening to me, buddy.
Oh, anytime, my friend. I appreciate hearing from you. Bye. Good morning, WYSH. You are on Ask Your Neighbor.
Hello.
Hello.
Ron?
Yeah.
It's Ron.
Yeah.
Playing Phil.
What's up, sir?
Where you at?
I'm live on the radio. Why?
I'm right here in front of you.
Okay.
I was going to come and get some of that super darn. I'll be there in a minute.
Okay, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye. Look at this. All right, these are just a few. $1.5 million given to advance diversity, equity, and inclusion rules in Serbia, the country of Serbia's workplace and business community. 70,000. That's $1.5 million of your money given to Serbia just so they can advance diversity, equity, and inclusion. $70,000 we gave to Ireland to make a musical about diversity, equity, and inclusion. We gave Vietnam $2.5 million to buy themselves electric cars. What does that help me and you? That's my money, your tax dollar. We gave Colombia $47,000 so they could put on a transgender gay opera. Does that sound good to you guys? We gave Peru $32,000 to produce a transgender comic book. So we can teach all of our kids about wanting to be a different sex. We gave $2 million to Guatemala. Guatemala. No, I'm not even close to that. $2 million for sex changes. We did. $6 million to Egypt for tourism. I don't know if they need our help for tourism. I can go on and on and on and on and on. That's the stuff that Elon Musk and it's not just him by himself. I think he's got 100 people working with him. That's what they've been tasked to find. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with all of that, your tax dollars going for that stupid stuff, and there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of other items on this list. And this was just through February 3rd that they had found. We're February 14th. Every day they're finding more stuff. So I don't care if Elon Musk does it. I don't care if they hire. I mean, my 14-year-old kids could go by and tell that this is stupid money you shouldn't be spending it. It doesn't take a genius. I'm glad we have one in there, but it doesn't take one to figure out that we don't need to be spending $50 million to send Palestinians condoms. And you know what they did with those condoms? They used them they put helium in them, and they would float bombs across the border. Fire bombs. How about that? That's what they were using them for, and we're giving $50 million to help them do it. Not anymore. All right, hang on. I'm going to take a break. We'll come back. I'll get the rest of your calls. 865-457-1380, 877-711-4005.
At Ray Varner Ford, we know every journey deserves a reliable ride, no matter the season or the budget. Hi, I'm Ray Varner, and our team is here with quality pre-owned vehicles priced to move. Dominate the road with the 2021 Ford Explorer King Ranch 4x4, built for power, $39,950. Go big with the 23 Ford Expedition Max Limited 4x4, $49,990. At Ray Varner Ford, we're committed to offering affordable prices and payments you can afford, like this 2019 Honda Odyssey EX, $23,970. Conquer East Tennessee's roads and mountains in a 24 Ford Bronco 4x4 Sasquatch, both tops, $54,951. Or drive in style in a 2016 Ford F-150 King Ranch 4x4, only 63,000 miles, yours for $31,550. And now visit our new location in Morgan County, Ray Varner Ford Used Cars, for even more pre-owned selections. Local you trust, pre-owned vehicles you can afford. Ray Varner Ford in Clinton, I-75 exit 122, or shop us online at rayvarnerford.com.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Celebrating Black History Month, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Growing up, Robert Battle dreamed of dancing for the Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater. Now artistic director, he discusses the dance group's 60th anniversary.
You have to be mindful that you are part of a legacy, that you're taking care of a legacy that has history.
What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. That was an easy riddle. Learn more at Progressive.com.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you bought that TV in the parking lot. It just happened to not come in a box or include a remote. And when you finally managed to turn it on, all it displayed was the menu of Grumpy's Tacos. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
And good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH.
Well, good morning to you, Ron Meredith.
What's up, Brother Mike?
Not much there. I was getting another cup of coffee there. I didn't hear how much you said that y'all gave for a dozen eggs.
$5.40, I think, is what it was exactly.
You know, I've been studying about this egg situation. There's the big shortage and
we've lost about 53 million chickens to the bird flu here this year too.
Well, why is it that we have such an abundance of chicken to eat then?
I think you won't want to eat one if it's got the bird flu.
Well, I mean,
they have to
there's no shortage of chicken to eat. And they're the one that produces the eggs. It don't add up to me. I know that for the Super Bowl, we went down there to Food City and bought a bucket of their chicken wings.
Yeah.
They're like $15 for a bucket there, plus you got a free thing of sauce there, and was a little bit late getting in there, but she said that she had probably sold 110 buckets of chicken wings.
Oh, Lord.
On Super Bowl Sunday. Of course, that's just tradition right there, chicken wings on Super Bowl Sunday.
Some chickens are produced, and they're just for chicken. They don't lay eggs. They're produced for food. Others are egg-laying chickens, and more than 20, as of January 14th of this year, more than 20 million egg-laying chickens in the U.S. Had died or had to be destroyed because of the outbreak of the bird flu, and that's spurring, because they're the egg-laying chickens, spurring a spike in the egg costs. So I don't know how long it takes to replace 20 million egg-laying chickens, but I guess that's when the prices will come down.
I reckon. I don't know. A lot of times there when prices go up there, they
stay up.
They're awful slow to go back down if they ever do.
I agree 100%. 100%.
I mean, it's happened with other items, you know.
Well, they'll bring it down on eggs. It's very similar to gas. You know what I mean? Food and gas, things that we have to have. I mean, it behooves them as well as us. It's good for them and us, politicians and us, if those things come down as inflation goes down and as they restock the birds and all that. And I think it'll come down, but you're exactly right. It's like adding a tax. You know, they say they're going to add a temporary tax or something. It never goes away.
Oh, yeah. No doubt there. But I used to, I did there for years. I used to buy eggs from my neighbor out there, and they were the big old brown eggs there, yeah. The best eggs you could eat there, and we were just paying like $2.50 a dozen.
Yeah, I've got some friends that are, they've got chickens laying eggs. It's like gold.
Talking about David Queener?
No, David don't have no egg-laying chickens.
Oh, I hadn't heard anything from him in a while. Have you?
I talked to him Monday or Tuesday. I called him Monday night. What is today? No, it's Wednesday night.
Friday.
Oh, I'm so discombobulated. I called him Wednesday. I called him Wednesday evening, just check on him because I hadn't heard him. He's been sick. He's been flu and COVID and all kinds of other stuff going around.
Oh, gosh.
He's been sick.
Lord have mercy there. Well, was that the reason why the Anderson County schools were closed there yesterday and today, or was it the flood?
It was I thought it was for outbreak sickness. Same thing as Knox County. They closed because of sickness.
Yeah, I know my granddaughter, I think she was out 2 days earlier in the week, and then a lot of the surrounding schools are too.
Yep. They closed yesterday and today, and then Monday's President's Day, so gave everybody a long weekend here on Valentine's Day for school.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, good for them then. Do you have anything planned for this Valentine's Day this evening?
We are going, we got a thing with church tomorrow, a retreat with church, she and I do. And then we're going to Gatlinburg and staying Saturday and Sunday. So we're doing that. But tonight, you know what we're doing tonight for Valentine's Day? We're cleaning out one of the boys' bedrooms. Hauling out junk. That's what we're doing.
You're the romantic.
Yes, me. Cleaning out the bedroom.
I thought maybe you would be going over there to
Aspire.
Aspire, yeah.
We talked about that, but I want to get away for a little bit. I want to go to Gatlinburg and just get away for a few days, 2 days anyway.
So you won't be back on the radio on Monday?
Nope, I won't be here Monday.
Okay, then you're going to have Jasper take the reins there, or will that be Steve Carter?
Actually, Melissa's going to do Trading Time, and then I've got, I'm going to run a rerun on Ask Your Neighbor.
Okay, then what happened to the Kaz Walker story there yesterday.
David had to go to the doctor, and he didn't tell me till 9 o'clock. And then about 10:30, Mr. Ott came in. He was supposed to be with David on his program. David forgot to tell him, too. So I don't know if something come up. He had to go to the doctor, or if he had an appointment he just forgot about. But Karen texted me about 8:30, 9 o'clock, told me he couldn't be there. He had to go to the doctor. So.
Okay, then. I know. I don't know if that was yesterday or.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you done the rerun of
Jerry
Static.
Yeah, that was yesterday when David wasn't here. Yeah.
That was very interesting. He brought up stuff. He talked about stuff there that I didn't even know happened. Of course, it was before my time.
Yeah, no, it was extremely interesting when he was here and program that he did. I'm going to have Jerry back.
You need to get him back, and you need to get Les Thatcher back up there, too.
Well, Jasper had him coming up this week, and we're going to push that. I think we're going to do it. I can't remember. We're probably going to do it next month. He's going to come back. So, and I tell you somebody, I want to get Joey Smith up here, too. Joey is a huge historian on Clinton and our history.
Oh, so he's an actual historian. I didn't really think he was old enough to be much of a historian.
Well, you don't have to be old to research it.
Well, that's true,
find out and figure it out. But, yeah, I want to get him up here and just talk about our city and town and all the things that that he's uncovered about it.
Okay, well, that'd be interesting then. But anyway, I just thought I'd call and throw my 2 cents in there and wish everybody out there, all the sweethearts, a happy Valentine's Day, and romantic Ron there, good luck with you in the bedroom clean out.
I'm going somewhere tomorrow, and then tomorrow night and Sunday night. We're doing something. We're just not doing it today.
It's not doing it on actual Valentine's Day there.
Exactly.
Okay, then. Good deal, then. Well, all right, brother. You enjoy your weekend. I guess we'll see you back on air about Tuesday morning.
I'll be here, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Good deal, buddy. All right. Enjoy.
Thank you, Mike. See you, buddy.
All righty. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Good morning. This is Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Right back at you, sir.
And everyone else out there in the radio land. I just can't believe how many people are deceived on that stuff.
You're talking about government waste? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And did you see all them Democrats that was outside the Washington there protesting? And that one guy said, "You keep your hands off of our money."
Mm-hmm. I heard him.
My money or our money.
Yeah.
See, all them people there is getting kickbacks from all that crap.
Uh-huh. I believe that.
And that's the reason why they're so dad-burn mad. And I hope he finds more. I am so happy that he's in there right now. And just wait. He's just been in there. He ain't even been there a month. And just look at all that
it's breakneck speed.
We're saving now.
Yeah.
Well, all them billions of money going out to everybody, everywhere else for nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to agree with the Democrats on all that stuff, you're agreeing with sin. I think. My way of thinking.
They say that for the time that they've been in there, Doge has found an average of $1 billion a day in waste, fraud, and savings through budget cuts. $1 billion a day that they're finding that we're spending on a recurring basis, or we spent, of waste or fraud.
Yep. And people don't They'll believe in their lying eyes, you know. I don't know what to tell them.
85 DEI contracts.
Yeah.
Diversity, whatever, inclusion.
Yeah.
$45 million. That contract was $1 billion. $45 million for a scholarship program in Burma.
Yeah.
What are we doing giving $45 million to a scholarship program in Burma?
Yeah, I mean,
what does that help us?
Why not give it to our people?
This is what the Biden administration was doing. This is how politicians go in worth $200,000 and come out being worth $80 million. This is how this is how it works.
Yeah. So you Trump's messing with his money, and they're all upset, and they're wanting to impeach him and everything because they're into his money, their money.
They can't stand it. They don't have the House. They don't have the Senate. They don't have the presidency. They don't have the American population. They've lost all of that. And he has.
They still don't get it.
Oh, they get it. They get it. They're just, for lack of a better word, they're ignorant. They get it. They see it. I guess, I don't know where they think that money comes from, that it's okay to send it over there, but, they get it. They just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
They know what we're doing. I mean, it's not a lie that we're sending this money. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows we're $32 trillion in debt.
Now we know it.
Yep. Now we know it. You're right.
Yep. Praise God.
Well, they'll get it cut. They'll get it. I mean, I don't know why some of our Democrat friends are lighting their hair on fire. This is exactly what President Trump said he was going to do. Elon Musk went out on the road with him, and he said, I'm going to put Elon in charge of finding the waste. I mean, he campaigned on it. He ran on it. He won every one of the swing states on it and the popular vote. He has gotten
more power to him, buddy. More power to him.
And he's walking.
I'm praying for them to find even more.
Well, he's getting all of his people in place. He's all of those. He's getting everything they said he wouldn't do. Oh, they're not gonna confirm Kennedy. He was confirmed yesterday. Tulsi Gabbard. He's getting all of his cabinet in place. When they said, Pete Hegg says you can't do that. He's too young. You don't have enough political experience. Okay. I think he got him in. So he's...
That's warrior,
Yep.
And you got no experience. Yeah. Mm.
Well, say all that to say this. He's executing the plan that he told us he was going to do.
Yep.
He's told us that by executing this plan, it's going to save us money. We're going to cut our deficit and lower prices. I don't think just by him being elected president, I guarantee you that there's a lot of aggression across the world that's on hold right now because they're afraid of him. But you can't just walk in and snap his fingers and everything change. However, again, this is why I don't understand why people were upset. He said, here's what's happening, here's what I'm going to do, and if I do it, here's what I believe the outcome will be. The outcome being less waste, less borrowing, lower prices. So he's in the process of doing exactly what he said, and we'll just have to wait and see once it's done that it has the effect that he and I and the people that voted believe it's going to have.
Yeah.
So.
I'm glad I'm glad for a lot of things. And I know sin is out and about real bad. And that's why I tell people, get as close to the Lord, He'll open your eyes if you ask Him. And try to read the Bible every day. Try to help out somebody that's less fortunate than you.
Absolutely.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you, buddy. I hope you all have a great day. And
a little prayer for my little woman. She got COVID.
That's right. How's she doing?
Well, she's doing pretty good.
All right. Well, good.
She's resting. So,
all right.
That'll do it, guys. I'm going to go down there and get her candy and a big cinnamon roll.
All right. Have a great time. Enjoy yourself.
She's letting me run my mouth.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Jason. Thank you, buddy.
All right. See you, buddy.
Bye. Lord have mercy. Doesn't it make you guys mad that we're borrowing money and giving it to Burma, and then they're taxing you to pay for it? Your kids, your grandkids are going to pay for that? I mean, it'd be one thing if we had $35 trillion in the bank overage. We'd give it to anybody we want to. Right? But we don't. We're borrowing money at an outrageous rate, outrageous amount, to fund the programs, then send money to... Yeah, I mean, just some of the... It makes me mad to read it, where all they've been sending our money to. Jeez. That's $45 million a year for a scholarship program in Burma. Now, who do you think is getting that money? You guys know anybody from Burma or anybody from here that's went to Burma on a scholarship? Does anybody know anybody that's ever helped? I don't believe it for a minute. They funnel that money into programs like that, and then that money comes back to pockets here in the United States. Ask your neighbor. Good morning.
Good morning. The caller that was on that paid $8 a dozen for eggs reaffirms my faith that the aliens have landed.
Well, I don't know. I should have asked him where he paid that at, because, like I said, just come down to Food City and it's still, $5 is expensive for eggs, but it's not $8. Hello? Okay. The aliens have landed? I agree. Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor.
Yes. I'd like to make a comment on some things.
You just comment away.
He's a good man. But, if this United States will get back on their knees and ask God to forgive them, so the 2 Corinthians, the 14th chapter and the 7th verse says, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray to me, I'll hear them in heaven and heal their nation. We have turned so far away from God in this world that we're judged. We're going to be judged. So why don't the Christians just get together and have a big, big prayer meeting at the same time and ask God to come back in this nation and forgive us for we've failed you?
A bunch of us did the night before the election. I think that was Christians humbling themselves and praying, and I believe God's going to use the president to heal the country, a lot of it.
I agree with you 100%, but we don't need to stop.
No, and it's got to be more than one man. The country itself. Here's what I hope. Did you watch the president speak at the prayer breakfast the other day?
Yes.
That was, that sounded like a completely different man than the first Donald Trump president. Do you agree?
I agree with you 100% on that. It does. It sounds like when he almost got killed.
Yes.
I think he realized that God was speaking to him and he had to change his way of living.
I agree. And I just thought to myself, because our family really did, the night before the election, prayed together as a family. And I know of a bunch of people that did that. And
I special prayer too. And it's just people have turned away though. I'm talking about the general population, not just the church members, but I'm talking about everybody's got their own God. I look at the stadiums on Saturday and Sunday where they have thousands and thousands of people there.
Yes, sir.
If we put people like that in church and get them right, we could have a big revival in this country. But until we do, we're going to be witnessed to by God. He's going to work with us.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid we've got some bad times coming. But, I'm for Trump 100%. I voted for him. And I'd vote for him again because he knows his business, he knows his man, he knows what to do. When he was in there the first time, we had the best economy in the world.
Yes. Yes.
Nowadays our economy is down.
Well, I believe he'll turn that around. And in order for us to turn back to the Lord, it's going to take somebody that everybody looks to. It's going to take somebody that can speak to the nation. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think the Lord will use him for that. We already know how good he is at business. We already know, his negotiating skills and the way he handles stuff. What's new about the man that's in the office right now versus the man that was there in 2017 is a changed heart, I think.
I think you're right. And I think maybe that, Trump was elected by God. I think that's the thing that made the difference, that he turned his life around. He professed that God had taken care of him. He was looking after him.
Yep.
I think I think we're going to see a big revival.
He stated that he was a believer at the prayer breakfast.
Well, we have a lot of believers.
Well, I know, I understand.
But we need somebody in there that, and I think we got him. I think we got somebody now that will stand up, do what's right, and we wasted millions and trillions of dollars, and it's time we stopped.
I agree.
So I'm going to let you go at that. I was in spoke my mind, and God bless you.
God bless you.
I'll be praying for everybody.
Thank you much.
Have a fine day.
Have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day. See you, sir.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, I do. I know people, I don't know, disagree with me maybe. I don't know, but I believe a lot of folks did pray, and I believe the outcome of the election had a whole lot to do with prayer. And I'm not saying that's what's going to turn this nation back to Christ, but if you didn't see Trump's speech, or when he spoke at the prayer breakfast, look it up online and watch it, because he talked about the erosion of Christianity and religion in the country, and he wants to stop that and rebuild it, because he said, we're a Christian country based on Christian foundations. We need to get back to it, which I thought was really encouraging. We've had a lot of good moral men, I think, in the White House. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But as far as, again, the business and the economy and all that, I have absolutely no worries about that. I think he'll do just like he did before. Better this time. Good morning. Welcome to Ask Your Neighbor on WYSH.
Hey, it's me again, Margaret.
Hey, Margaret, what's up?
Well, I meant to ask you there. I was tuned in watching the Daytona races last night, twin qualifiers there, and I was kind of playing on the computer a little bit too. But I thought I seen something about the guy who you once referred to as Sebastian Janikowski is returning to Sunday morning radio.
Who?
Mike Kelly.
Oh, yeah. No, he's not returning. He's always done Sunday morning radio. He's never left. We just added an hour to the program.
Oh, that's what it was then.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
No, we just added an hour to the show.
So he's going to be on an hour longer.
Yeah, 3 years ago, when we changed things around, we cut an hour of that program, cut it down an hour. And it's been working fine, but it's such a popular program.
Oh, it is. It's, God, I hadn't listened in a little bit there, I guess, there.
I just decided to go ahead and put that hour back on it.
Oh, okay. So he's not been off for a while. He's going to be on there for an hour longer.
We're going until noon. Right now, he's going 8 to 11. We're extending it starting Sunday 8 to noon.
Oh, okay, then. Good deal, then.
Yeah.
Also read something else that I wasn't aware of that's kind of creeping up on us here, too, and I can't wait. March the 9th, does that ring a bell to you?
March the 9th, no. What's going on?
We're going to spring back forward again. And I sure wish it'd stay.
I hope that it sticks. I'm with you.
I don't know that they'll ever go all the way through there, but let's just hope there. Because I I've not talked to anybody that likes it when they flip it back and it's dark.
No, I don't. I can't. I come to work and it's dark at 6 in the morning, 5:30, 6 in the morning. I leave at 4:30, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 5:15, and it's dark again.
Well.
Usually I leave when Melissa or David come in to do trading time at 6. So I usually leave here at 6, and it's dark from the time that they change the time until the time they change it back. It's dark at 6 o'clock always. So
Well, I've noticed here, I don't know, maybe the last month, it seemed like the days have gotten a little bit longer.
They have. It's, again, once we got past the dead of winter, and it starts increasing, you know what I mean? Daylight starts.
Right there.
So we're working our way toward it. It won't be long. We'll be talking about spring and summer and everything else, but I hope that they leave it once we change. Once we spring forward, leave it alone.
That's it.
I'm with you on that.
One other thing I'll throw in there, too. They're talking about these politics and all this wasteful money and stuff there. That witch that was running against Donald Trump there, I thought I heard in some of her campaign speeches there, she wanted to endorse all this transgender stuff, even going into the prison and giving them money to get changes and stuff.
She did. She, as the Attorney General of California, she crafted law, and they put into law that they had to pay for sex changes of prisoners in California.
Oh, God. That's not the craziest thing you ever heard of.
Again, it is to me. I just don't understand how anybody goes, oh, yeah, that's a good thing to spend my tax dollars on.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dude's in prison.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose your rights in prison for that matter.
Exactly there.
And it's not a right. I mean, gee whiz. For a person that wanted to go through any medical procedure here in the real world, it costs us thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. Well, just go get yourself thrown in jail. They'll do it for free.
I'm hearing you there. Do you think that her political career has rode off into the sunset?
Yes, I do. I don't know if she knows it or not, but I think the American people spoke loud and in living color. She didn't win one swing state.
Exactly there. I can't see the Democratic Party putting her back up again.
No, and then you've got what's the Democrat senator from Pennsylvania that wears sweatpants all the time?
Oh, Lord.
Fetterman.
Okay.
Even he's been supporting a lot of the stuff that Donald Trump's doing, and the Democrats are giving him grief of it. And he said, he won my state. You understand? He won Pennsylvania. So I'm doing what my people are saying I should do, which I think is a great way to go about it. And so I say that, I don't think that she has, again, she may not know it, but I don't think she has a political future because he won, at least not on the national stage. Maybe she could get by running for something in California again. I don't know. A lot of people, are leaving California because of just silly stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Paying for sex changes in prison.
I appreciated Rick Scarborough listened to his constituents with that voucher program.
Yeah.
I'm not voting for it there, but I don't know what Bill Lee thinks he's going to get out of this or whatever there, but I don't understand it. I don't get it, but I appreciate Rick listening to all the community around here anyway.
I read what they ended up passing. It says, and I think this is new language. Somebody can call and correct me if not. In the original bill that they put forward, they didn't have any language in there about what would happen if the public schools lost children. Kelly was talking about up here, Kelly Johnson, that if they lost students, they would still have to supply the same number of teachers, keep the same curriculum and everything else, but they lost that student, therefore they lost that money, but it's still costing them the same amount of money to do what they're doing. So they would be expected to run the school the same with less money. And whether you have 19 kids in a class or 23 kids in a class, the teacher makes the same amount of money. So in this new bill I read, and it was somewhat vague, but it said that the public schools would be made, I'm trying to remember, whole, if money was moved out of their school. So if somebody leaves, the way that I interpreted it, the government, the state, would give them the $7,000 so their family could use it, whatever they wanted, but they would also keep whatever that BEP money from the student was in that public school. So if that's the case, I think that, it should be, that should have overcome the problems, at least that were stated. That said, I think that everybody feels like it's kind of on a slippery slope when you start taking and giving people money and moving it out of the public education system, because, that's what we've depended on for years and years, is our public education system. And we could do better. We're 40th. We spend more on students than any other country in the world, and yet we rank 40th in educating our kids. So China's number 5, and they spend a whole lot less than we are. Their kids, Denmark, way better than us. Their kids are coming out way more educated, and they spend far less per student than us. So
I think that some of those countries, if I'm not mistaken, I think some of the kids, I believe they go to school year-round.
They do in China, or I think they do. In fact, I'm sure they do. Maybe not all over the country, but I know there are places that they do over there.
Right there, but yeah, you need to get Rick back up there again sometime. Maybe he can explain a little bit of it there and what all was said or whatever.
Yeah, he said he'll come back. I've talked to him. He'll come back and talk, or we can call. I'm going to try and have him up on a relatively regular basis.
Right there, and then it's about time for Tracy Wandell to show up, or the mayor, or somebody too from down in the county, or even him. Tim hasn't been on the TV in a while, has he?
No, Tim hasn't been up here. Well, he was up here, I think, in December.
The guy writing the book, whatever?
Yep, he was up here a little bit with him.
Okay, then. But anyway, there. But all right, Ron, there. I just wanted to holler back there and spread a little light there, buddy. We'll holler at you later.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, bye.
Bye. I'm trying to find what all's been cut. It's the full list. $1 billion per day found in cuts. That's, you know how much $1 billion is? I mean, it's 1 million, right? 999 million. No, it's 1,000 million. 1,000 million, yeah, makes $1 billion. $1 million, 1,000 times over. It's amazing. That's amazing, isn't it? And to date, or at least through this publishing of this report I'm reading, they've uncovered and found $1 billion a day in waste and fraud. I mean, some of it's just straight up fraud. Once they start chasing this money, when they go see where that $45 million went for the scholarships and wherever it was, I said, watch and see where that money really went once we send it over there. I mean, once we send it, it's gone. They can do what they want to with it. Give it to other, they can send it back over here, use it to get political influence. I don't know. Watch and see. You'll find it. Once they start chasing down the money, first they'll cut it off, stop doing it. Then they'll investigate where it was going when they were doing it. And I think that's why a lot of politicians have their hair on fire, because their pockets have been getting lined with it. Who in their right mind would say, you know what, I think it's a great idea that we take American taxpayer money, of which we don't have enough to do what we need to do. So we're borrowing trillions of dollars, in order to do what we want to do. But let's take some of this money we're borrowing from China and putting on the backs of the American public to pay, and let's buy condoms and send them over to Gaza. Yep. Previous administration came up with that brilliant idea. But who voted for that? Did they? I didn't hear nothing about it. But if you were in Washington and they brought that up, who would say that's a good idea for us to do with our tax dollars? Who would say that we should give $1 million to have a transvestite or transsexual play put on in whatever country that was? I mean, who would go like, you know what, that's something I'm going to be proud to run on next time? I wish they would call me and explain it to me. I mean, we get enough of the transgender stuff here in this country, much less sending over to other countries. Gee whiz. I'm trying to find the full list of it. I mean, it just is amazing to me that somebody somewhere had to sit down and go, this is a great idea. Nobody thinks it's a great idea. There's not a human being, I think, unless it's one of the ones getting the money. That's where I'm getting ready to go to. Nobody thinks it's a good idea unless it's good for them. Because it's not. It's not a good idea. It's not it's just not a good way to handle America's money, our hard-earned tax dollars. It's wasteful. It's irresponsible. It's arrogant. And they never thought, first they never thought that President Trump would win. Not the first time, not the third time. That's the first thing. They didn't think he'd win. They didn't think he was going to bring somebody like Elon Musk in and just say, your only job is to find the fraud and the waste. But he did. And now they know that at the end of the day, that's going to lead back. Watch and see. Mark my words, write down. Valentine's Day 2025, I said this. It'll come back, and you'll find that there's going to be politicians that money's been sent out to wherever, whatever country, and then it's trickled back in and lined pockets of our politicians. Watch and see. Believe it wholeheartedly without any question. I'd bet the farm on it. All right, quick break. I'll be back in, 60 seconds. We'll be back in 60 seconds. If you want to call, you need to do it right now, okay? Hurry quick.
Today, it seems like all businesses are being bought up by huge corporations, even body shops. Here's Barry from H&H Body Shop.
Yeah, there's a conglomerate and that has come in and bought 3 of the major shops in the Knoxville area that were all local before. That's okay, but it's not the hometown stuff that folks around here expect and want. So spend your money with the local folks. We try to, and then you'll still get treated like your family, and what happens to you is important to us.
So do business with local hometown folks. No matter if your car needs an oil change or a complete color change. H&H Body Shop, 749 North Main Street in Clinton. Call 865-457-9735. H&H Body Shop, there since 1960, and there when you need them.
H&H has been around 56 years. We're Darla and Barry, and we appreciate you dealing with local hometown people that's been there and going to be there.
All right, my friends and neighbors, boys and girls and moms and dads, I want to call it a day. I'm pulling up some of this stuff here. Let me see where this went. I've got the actual forms where the money was spent. $36,126. Let's see. For diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility training for leadership and supervisors who manage teams at the U.S. Immigration Service. Okay. All right. I don't know about that, but Council for Inclusive, what did that say? Council for Inclusive something. We'll talk more about this next week. Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you to Millbourne Bakery for working with us so that we can give you guys candy, country loving. I hope you enjoy it. Would love to hear from you guys once you go down to Millbourne Bakery and get your stuff. Would love to hear from you after that. See what you think about it. They're a relatively new business. Hopefully we can help them grow and go. I hope you have a great day. Happy Valentine's Day, a great weekend, and I'll see you back here. I'll be here Tuesday.
Thank you for listening to AM 1380 WYSH and Ask Your Neighbor. Make sure you tune in at 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Friday, right here on AM 1380 WYSH and BBB TV 12. Or listen live online at WYSHradio.com. And remember, if you have a question, comment, or problem, call in tomorrow and ask your neighbor. Or email from our website. It's Ask Your Neighbor. Thanks for listening.
Classic Country, WYSH.